Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, Miherd 37. So in our last flight, we flew the 737-700 for the first time, and we were down around this area. Here you see it, KTTA. Which actually, are there like jobs there? Cause it's kind of it's a long flight. Because I actually flew the 737 over to Charlotte. As you can see, let me show you one thing. It's got 4% damage now after we repaired it. It's kind of an odd story. I'll tell you in a minute about it. What the heck happened? We'll get this thing loaded up. Actually, it is loaded up. And, let me check one thing. It says 10605 on the fuel. Yeah, that is correct. No, it should be, 11605 on the fuel. That's correct. Alright, so we'll go ahead and fly it. Day flight, so we'll go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright everybody, we're here at Charlotte. As you can see, the plane's already started up. We're going to actually shut it down though. I wanted to show one thing though. Air Hauler actually, I guess, does set the payload correctly, but because you can see Coach 220 out of 128. I don't know. I would guess, I don't know. I guess that it kind of does set it. I don't know. Alright, we'll go over to PMDG. And cold and dark. Alright, now it's loaded cold and dark. I want to check the panel. I think this is what screwed me up last time. I don't think everything necessarily goes off. Like you'll see the hydraulic pumps. Actually, 2 are on, 2 are off. You'll notice the fuel pumps are off. Or, wait, yeah, they're supposed to be off, obviously. I'm confused because I thought... I thought on was up. That's the problem. See, I screwed that up. In the last one. I don't know, kind of weird. Alright. Technically, should this be off? Alright. Screw it. Let's go ahead and we'll do this. We do need to go down here real quick. Check and make sure parking brake is on. Alright. Up to the panel. We'll turn our battery on. Make sure it is on standby power. It's supposed to be 28 volts. We're down to 24. Alright, all the hydraulic pumps are off. All the fuel pumps are down here also off, as we just talked about. We don't need any of the actual lights. We go ahead up here, because I know we're going to have to put these in a line real quick. Clear that caution. Alright, we'll go down here to the FMC. Because we're not going to use ground power or anything. So I'm not going to worry about any of that. In fact, let's go ahead and turn the... What is the FMC problem? Let's go ahead and turn the APU on. Oh no, never got this warning before. What is DC amps negative 254? I have no idea why that's going off, and it was the FMC warning, which is odd. Alright, wait for this to come up. Wait, turn on the APU bleeds. See, now, some of these are just weird. And the APU generator isn't on. There it's coming up. That is, in fact, on the down position, right? I don't know why this doesn't... There. I don't know what the heck was going on. I thought that when it went out, we could use the APU, but apparently it wasn't on yet. So now we've got the APU. Alright, so now we've got our power. Damn, this is weird sometimes. Alright, let's actually go back to the menu. Payload. 213 out of 128. I don't really get. Alright, load level 143%, which is, I guess, true. Because it's 51,000 pounds, so good, we'll leave that. Fuel should be 11,605. So let me set. I think we can type that in total. 11,605. All right. Still, our reserve fuel weight is too high, but I don't really care about that, to be quite honest. All right. So we are at KCLT. Go ahead and get this done. Go ahead, put this in. Let's go ahead and go back up to the top. Put these in nav. Now kind of skip around in our what we're doing with the instructions, the startup checklist. KCLT, we're going back to Huntington, KHTS. And runway, we're taking off on runway 23. We use YouTube Transport 37 for our flight number. Doesn't really matter. Activate and execute. Departure and arrival. Like I said, 23. Alright, I believe, yeah, hug 2, there it is. And transition, Sadie. And we'll be going to Huntington, landing on runway 30. We'll clear out the vectors. As you see, it was CLT, so you're basically coming back to the airport, headed towards the airport, maybe I should say. Alright. Kirk and Lever, that is the approach to Huntington that it puts in. Alright, so we'll go ahead with that. The legs, zero fuel weight, put that in. Reserves 5%. Cost index we'll use like 30. 30,200 feet is optimal, I guess. So we'll use that. I want to go ahead and put that in before I forget that. 30,200 feet. And come up here, just so I don't forget it. We'll go ahead and put that at 30,000. Alright. In-one limits, we'll do this. Alright, flaps we'll use 10. Put on our V speeds. Alright, V2 is 135. So I'll put that in. Alright, come back down here. We'll get our trim. 6.56. Zoom in here a little bit. Alright, there's 6. That's close to 656. Alright, go back to index, approach. We'll go ahead and put this in. They'll probably change though. Seems kind of fast, but alright, we are heavy. I should have had these switches on. Because our APU is running, so I should have done that. Alright. Alright. FMC, we've already set everything. Just turn our recirc fans, put that on auto. I believe I already got the light set position is steady, wheel well is on, logo is on, and the wing is on. So that's all good. Alright, left pack should be on auto. Right pack is in auto. Speed brake is down. Your voice recorder, not going to worry about that. Not going to worry about the engine fire test buttons, although I probably should. Alright, FMC is all set up. IRS are both in nav. We've already done that. Alright, we've got our APUs started. We're running on that. So go to the next page. Alright, I'll reset the altitude, just hitting the button. We'll do it that way. Alright, the flight plan it's still talking about. We've already done that. Alright. Now we can actually get somewhere. Let's turn all the fuel pumps on. All the hydraulic pumps now come on. We screwed these two steps up last time because I think in the other ones, on is up. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I was thinking. So I wasn't really checking it that hard. That's my fault, obviously. Alright, so anti-collision light, turn that on. Pack left is off. I don't know why you put them in auto and then turn it off. Alright, so you'll notice that both of them, when you turn them off, you lose, you don't get up to 30. So I always turn this back to auto when we have our 30, which is what we're going to need. I don't completely understand that. Because you do need 30 psi in your duct pressure, so I don't get that. Turn this to the middle. We're about ready to push back. We'll just bring this up. It'll be a little bit easier this way. Let's go over to the menu. We need our pushback. Let's go back, I don't know, 80 feet. And we need to go to the right. However, we're on the corner. So let's just try 45 degrees. I don't know if that'll work or not, but we shall try it.
And ground cockpit. All right, Captain. We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion. Roger that. Ready for push. Power and air are clear. Doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Please parking brake, please.
All right, parking brakes released.
Okay, parking brake is off. Clear to push.
Come on, guy. We'll go ahead and start. Put that on ground. Move this over so we can see. Wait till it gets over 20%. Glad I can hear the engines. Yesterday, I let it just start up normal without doing all this because I was going to record and couldn't hear the engines at all. Odd. I don't know what the heck is going on. So that's why I decided to do it this way again. Plus, I obviously need some work. Alright. Put this heading in 235. That's the heading of the runway. I still can't totally hear the engines. Alright. Put that in the right. Hit ground. So I can hear it start to swell up, but then I can't hear the engines at all.
Push is complete. Set parking brake, please.
Parking brake. Oops.
Alright, brakes are set and pressure's normal.
Alright, hit number 2.
Okay, sir. Tow bar is off. Pin is out. Watch the pin on the right.
Alright guys, thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right side of the airplane, and we'll see you guys next time through.
Roger that. Have a good flight.
Alright, I'm going to go up here to the top. I'm going to put the left in continuous. I'm going to wait for the right to come on. Let's go ahead and turn the window heat on, probes heat on. Let's put our yaw damper on. Alright, that clicked off, so we'll put that in continuous now. So now I lost the sound of the engines again. Alright, let's put this in Gen 1. And we can turn our APU off. Oh shit, I had to do that first, damn it. I don't know if you have to click that off or not. Alright, we can turn off the APU bleed. I always gotta screw something up, you know? Alright, let's put these both backs in auto. Engine bleeds open. Or on. Alright, it says that we do need to put runway turnoffs on. I don't know if that's really true or not, quite honest. Emergency lights, that needs to be armed. So I didn't go exactly through the checklist like I should have. Which is a no-no, I shouldn't have done it, but oh well. To be quite honest. That master caution. Alright, let's turn on the TCAS real quick. Where are we? There we are. Give it a test. Turn on our taxi lights. And let's go over to our runway. I'll see if I can hear the engines this time. Parking brake is off.
TCAS test pass.
So I can barely hear them in the background. It's not like it was the other day. You can hear the ground rumble, but you can't really hear the engines. Alright, we'll taxi over here. I'll take left right here instead of going over to the taxiway. The other taxiway, get a little quick. Back on it. I know one thing is I'm going to turn the sound of the air down. I usually do that in the 747 and everything. Get everything turned down so you can actually hear the engines. Alright, put the flaps to 10. Alright, so we're at runway 23. I can't remember if we got to turn right here. I think we can go all the way down. 23 is the runway right here in front of us. Yeah, I think we can just go all the way down here. Turn this range down. Might be able to see the runway better. Alright, I gotta be quiet for just 1 second. Gonna mute the microphone. Alright, I'm back. I had to mute my microphone for a minute. Alright, stop right here and just check. Can't really see that right. It's alright. Let me put the brakes in RTO. Set the minimums. Should have already done that. To radio. And we'll set it to 100. I'm not sure if that's totally correct. I'm guessing it's different for every airport. Perhaps, I don't know. Since you're using radio, I don't know. Alright, we'll go clear down to the end. Now, one thing about taking off, it says on the takeoff sheet, it says to arm the speed brake, but if you actually do that in this plane, it gives me a warning. Something, what the heck is going on? I don't think it's totally correct. The procedures that I've got. Alright. Whoa, swinging out a little bit. Now another thing I'm kind of confused about is the landing lights. I can't remember. I don't think you have to turn all of them on for takeoff. I think you use all of them when you're landing. So I'll just turn on retracted. If anybody knows that's wrong, you can tell me. Turn the runway off, the taxi off, and the strobe is on. I turn that to... There you go. You see it right there. Strobe and steady. Alright. So we'll go ahead... Get on the runway. They're using a runway over there, aren't they? Alright, entering the runway. Everything should be set. Flaps are at 10. Like I said, let's go ahead and turn on the flight directors. Go ahead and turn on the auto throttles. Alright. Let's go ahead and advance the throttles. Steady and go ahead and advance them, take off. Alright, Toga. You see, you just can't, there's something wrong with the sound now. You cannot hear the engines. I think I might actually know why. I'll check it in just a minute.
V1.
V1.
Rotate. V2.
Alright, positive rate. Gear up. Oh, I don't know if I know the answer because I would think those other sounds wouldn't work as well. I don't know, it's weird, like everything has worked until yesterday with the sounds and everything. ARM, LNAV, and VNAV. We just have to go ahead and turn the autopilot on. It's just very odd not being able to hear the engines. Let me pause it for 1 second and see if I can fix it. Alright everybody, I'm back. There you can hear the engines now. It's a setting in the FMC. It makes no sense to me. Why everything works. Hold on 1 second, get the flaps. Flaps to 1. It's really odd that I'll show you that button here in just a second. And we'll go ahead and put the flaps up. Go down here real quick. PMDG setup, options, sound. It's weird. If you put that over into no, everything else goes off. But if I don't know. We still hear VIA1 and all that, everything. I don't really get what the hell was going on. Alright, so go back to legs. Man, what is going on? Everything is way off now. What in the world? We're going away from CLT. What the hell? Alright, I'm just gonna let it play because I find this quite interesting. Why the hell we're going the other way? Turn the gear off. We're actually flying. We're supposed to go the other way, but we're actually coming out and going to the right now. I mean, it did have vectors in there before and we took those out, so maybe that has something to do with it. Why it has to come out further, I don't know. Although now it's starting to straighten out. Alright, I'm just going to take control of it. Autopilot's off. I'll go ahead and fly it to the right since it was already going right. Over to the right. I just really don't get what in the heck it's doing. You can see CLT right here. I got too much stuff going on now. You curl out and come around. What is? I don't understand what it's doing. Right, let's see if we hit the autopilot again. Just click that off and back on. Yeah, the LNAV is not coming on. Yeah, not on intercept heading, no kidding. Now, do you have to intercept it from the other direction? Is that... Yeah. Odd. After CLT, let's go... Robay. So I guess we'll do a little bit of manual flying for a little bit. I'm not sure why LNAV isn't working. See how far it is. Need more hands. It's at 353. Alright, see if we can't just fly with the heading for a little bit. Till we're actually... Let's see if we're actually on the intercept path. Now it looks like it's going to take it. Alright, it seems to be working now. I don't know what the heck is going on, man. This is very strange. This episode is going very strange by itself. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. I'll be back in just a bit. Alright everybody, slowed it down a little soon. So I'll look at a few things. I got auto brakes in 3 because it's relatively short runway, especially if we float it. Runway 30, I believe that our radio is 108.7 for the ILS. I'll check that in 1 second. Let's check this real quick. This is down to 140. Yeah, 108.7. Of course, it's actually 298. This says 299. Alright, 299. Let's set that to 298 on both sides. Also, let's go down here. Put 108.7 in both. I won't switch sides on this one just yet. Alright, PRI is what we're supposed to be in. Now I want to try this. I don't know if I can do this correctly or not. Elevation is 858, I do believe. 878? Yeah, 878. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly or not. And length should be 6,497, I believe. Not totally sure. Oh, jeez. We just went under 10,000 feet. We'll go ahead and turn all the landing lights on. Alright, we'll go ahead and switch this over. Oh, not that. There we go. Now you see that's correct. Got that error off. Alright, 9,100 feet. Let's lower the range a little bit. See a little bit better. Kind of worried about this landing. I think one thing I'm going to change is I think I'm flaring too much. And that's why it ends up floating, because I'm pulling the nose up way too much. That's why we float it. And I'm going to try and not do that. I got to move the joystick less. But we can speed this up a little bit.
Traffic.
Alright, our landing speed. 145, alright. Still coming in kind of fast. I'm going to go ahead and arm this spoiler. When we get over here, we'll make sure and slow it down. Can't believe how I screwed everything up at the startup. Or not everything, but I did screw a few things up that I caught after I sped it up and had to fix. Alright. We get closer to the decel, I'll slow it down. There's Huntington, I do believe. Alright, I'll go ahead and slow it down. See if I can already get one notch of flaps out. Yeah, we were just below the speed. See, it says arm, so I'll go ahead and hit the localizer. I'm not sure if that's what I need to do. More look more at this plane. Maybe I'll hit the auto throttles off. Because it feels like we should be slower than this right now, to be quite honest. At 212, so maybe not. It just seems like we're so close. Go ahead and hit flaps to 2. And see, we're not going all the way out too, so we got even less room. 145 will be our speed. I believe that's us right there. Flaps to 5. The approach. Alright, we got 108.7 in both. Alright, flaps to 20, gear down. Alright. Flaps to 25. Alright, let's go flaps 30. Alright, we're 15 above our speed. So I'm going to speed up just a little bit, hit the throttles just a little bit. See if we can't hit our speed. Alright, bring it back just a little bit. Alright, there's 145 right there. With a little more thrust. A little bit more. Alright, everything is good so far. Slightly slow by about 2.5 knots, not too bad. Alright, we're right on our speed pretty much. Alright, about to kill the autopilot. Kill the autopilot. Our speed is pretty good. Alright, everything's pretty solid. Sorry if I'm being a little quiet. We're dropping a little low. Alright, we're right on it. About to get high. Speed's dropping a little bit. See, now we just got high. I hate that. Texture's getting weird.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, see, we're still a little long. Way long. Way longer than I thought. Reversers to 60. Alright, there we are. Oh, didn't get them off. I forgot. I hit the brakes and you gotta hit the throttle. Ah, man. I don't know. I don't know about this flight. Alright, let me stop right here. Retract the flaps. Set that off. Hit the flight directors as well. Put the parking brake on. Turn these all off. Taxi on. Put this back to steady. Put that on. APU bleed. Parking brake off. Oh, and this. in my first one, when I looked at that, I was like, what the hell? How did that happen? I never did that. It automatically, you know, it deploys and it stays up once you land. That was kind of weird. Because I watched that again, I was like, what the hell? Alright, that's all the way down. Alright, now we can continue on to the gate. It's nice to be able to hear the engines while we're taxiing. And the textures are acting weird. There's our DC-6. Actually had a pilot just doing that job right before us. It was also in Charlotte. Really should have done it at the same time. That would have been kind of cool. Follow each other. Although I think we would have passed them. Alright, turn that master caution off. Well, the problem is that DC-6 took our parking spot. I don't know. There might be one to the left of it. I'm not sure. Alright, turn over here. Alright, it looks like there should be one to the left of it. If not, we'll just park there anyway. Don't really have any other choices. There's nothing down there towards those buildings. See, I think our wings might actually touch if we park right here. I thought you could go further to the left. Let's check this out. I think we're good. Well, I think we should just barely be good. Japan Airlines? Let's see. Yeah, I think we're... well, no. Very close. Very, very close. I think we'll stop right before you pulled up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think our... I don't know. I think so. Now see, you come back in here and it does that weird sound. The buzzsaw. Parking brake on. Taxi light off. Hell, did I not turn everything off? Man, this has been bad for me, I swear to God. This was not a very good flight. Not a very good startup. The startup was terrible, and I apologize. Yeah, make sure those are off. These two are on. Probably should have already done that. Alright, turn the engines off. And you still have the buzzsaw sound. I don't know. That's weird. Hey, turn all these lights off. Alright, I'll turn everything else off in just a bit. Let's go over to Air Hauler, though, and see what we did. Alright, over here we are. If I can Air Hauler, unload this. Well, we didn't damage or anything, but the landing, I don't know how we floated it so much. It didn't seem like I didn't pull the nose up that hard. I'll have to check that in the replay, see what I did wrong. Yeah, I created 5% damage on the other one. When I flew it from KTTA, I practiced a couple times. I did it, I forgot you had to go through Air Hauler. So I was just flying through FSX and I flew it over. Floated it really long, but didn't damage anything. Then did it again without Air Hauler running or doing it through Air Hauler. And floated it long, didn't do any damage. And then I remember I said, alright, let me do it through Air Hauler. So I moved it over, did an Air Hauler. And it was coming in perfect and then screwed up at the end and ended up stalling because it was floating so long, we ended up just stalling and hit down hard and 5% damage. So that sucked. Alright. Well, I gotta kind of apologize for this episode. It felt rushed. It was kind of rushed. And man, it just did not feel good at all. I missed some things on the startup. I was going around in the startup, not doing it page by page, step by step. If you notice, somehow I missed the yaw damper. I thought I know I hit it. I hit it, but I didn't click it good enough. I have no idea. Because it wasn't on. That was apparently a problem. And what was it, the probe heats or something else? I missed one of the window heats. That's what I missed. I don't know. This episode, like I said, I had to rush it a little bit, and it showed. So I made some mistakes. Alright, but that's going to be it for this episode. Maybe you all enjoyed it. We got to find something, man. This, they're not giving us very many good-paying jobs because this aircraft doesn't hold much cargo. It doesn't have much weight capacity, so they're giving us crappy-paying jobs. I need something good-paying, not because I want a good-paying job, but we did 3.3 million damage in the first freaking landing, so we need something to pay it off. Let me check this real quick. It's that Wilmington, yeah, but it's so heavy in no time. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I'll check you guys out on the next flight.